Hi everyone, this is Molyneux for Moby.gg, and today we're back with a selection of games released in October to keep you entertained throughout November. I've picked out some licensed games and other indie gems you shouldn't miss, but of course, there are plenty more games to discover on Moby.gg.
Get comfortable, like the video to support us, and if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next ones.
We're kicking off this top list with some strong warrior energy. Sharpen your swords and daggers for an adventure packed with fantastic battles. Welcome to Parabellum, a city-building game inspired by the hit Kingdom 2 Crowns. You'll quickly recognize the side-scrolling gameplay and the highly readable art style on mobile. What awaits you in the magical lands of Parabellum? In-game, you play as several characters from 3 different nations: the Sultanate of Lowlands, the Highlands, and the Frozen Lands, with a story to discover that truly enriches the core kingdom formula. The game has a really high-quality art direction, lots of choices for buildings, armies, and survival options, and I have a feeling it's going to keep me busy for a good part of the month when I'm chilling on my couch. Between ruthless battles, make the right strategic decisions to grow your city and expand by spending your resources. The full version of Parabellum is on sale for €3 on the Play Store and App Store, so go check it out and let us know in the comments what you thought about it. The Kingdom Rush game series is now drawing inspiration from a proven formula, the gameplay of Clash Royale and Warcraft Rumble. In the new installment titled Battles, tower defense becomes a PvP duel with deck-based clashes. The formula works relatively well, but expect some pay-to-win elements and balancing that still needs time. There are already 9 arenas available, which will serve as the stage for your unit battles and the place to build your towers with unique powers. One of the trademarks of the Kingdom Rush franchise. And in addition to your towers, you can rely on your heroes and spells to defeat your opponent or any of the 6 bosses in the game. Open boosters, build up your deck, and head into cartoon warfare in this new hand-drawn game from Ironhide. Kingdom Rush Battles had a relatively short soft launch phase before arriving in November as a free-to-play title on Android and iOS. Head into the depths of randomness with Dicefolk. Here, the roguelite takes on a whole new flavor with fantastic creatures. Dicefolk takes you to lands filled with chimeras to collect and build your elite combat team. Make use of each one's talents, master their power, and create effective synergies to win your battles. You have to manage your actions with the dice you get in combat and your pre-fight planning. Each stage you win allows you to progress through the game's full campaign. In terms of a light roguelite with strategy and maps to explore, Good Shepherd Entertainment's title is a pretty complete and well-polished solution. So, we highly recommend the game Dicefolk, and it's currently available for €6 on the stores. Next up is Chaos Zero Nightmare, the RPG from Super Creative and Smilegate that puts everything on its endearing characters you can get through gacha, as well as its setting and art direction to charm its audience. A cosmic catastrophe has unleashed chaos. It's a dark fog capable of altering entire planets and ecosystems. Completely unexpected, this disaster brings mutant creatures to Earth, and we need your agents to contain the situation. In-game, you embark on futuristic adventures where you face the Chaos Fog with fairly varied gameplay. The mechanics that evolve throughout the game include a card-based combat system, adorable visual novel-style characters, cutscenes, and roguelike elements. Chaos Zero Nightmare has just been released as a free-to-play game on Android and iOS, and we recommend it if you're looking for a dose of dark fantasy in a world in crisis, complete with full voiceover. On the MMORPG side, we have Blue Protocol Star Resonance making its mark. The open-world MMO developed by Bokura fully immerses you in its animated atmosphere. Both graphically and mechanically, you'll be transported to another world by stunning environments and storybook creatures. The gameplay formula is fairly classic, offering raids, bosses, and cross-platform play on Android, iOS, and PC, all with truly impressive graphics. On the continent of Magna, create your own hero and switch between combat, exploration, and relaxing moments like fishing or even dancing starting this fall. Trust me, you won't have time to get bored in Blue Protocol, and as usual, well, it's free to play. Next, we're hopping on the train to Resonance Solstice. In a devastated wasteland, build your own little haven on rails as you travel through territories ravaged by a great catastrophe. Your role is to connect points that have been completely cut off by catastrophic events by laying down new railway lines. Once the cities are connected, you can buy, sell, and trade resources while continuing to customize your rail car. But the wild lands are far from peaceful, even for your well-equipped train. Build your deck and win real-time card battles by leveraging the synergies between your stylishly designed characters. Protect your convoys by blasting your opponents with the right combination of thousands of skills at your disposal, and enjoy high-quality voiceover that brings both your fights and cutscenes to life. By the way, you can also play with your friends and take advantage of the upcoming global launch to play in English, because the graphics and atmosphere are sure to win you over. So head over to the Play Store or App Store to discover Resonance Solstice for free. For autumn, while it's raining and we're staying warm inside, how about a quick game of President? The classic card game, which belongs in the pantheon of easy-to-pick-up games you can play with anyone, like Chems, is back in a rather original version. Presented with an animated style and an extra dose of energy, Dodgeball Dojo's take on President combines the card-shedding gameplay with characters and a colorful art direction inspired by Dragon Ball and Hunter x Hunter. You have to get rid of all your cards to win, but it's not just about the cards. You can also use your powers to cause some trouble. Dodgeball Dojo is already available on the app stores if you're interested, and we thank Fungi Games for this release that really breaks the mold.
I'm taking a short break in this mobile games ranking to ask you to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Many of you watch our videos every week without following us, and your support means a lot to us. So remember to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks in advance to everyone who does, and now let's move on to the next game in this ranking.
The competition in MMORPGs is getting fiercer, and this week is packed with news for all the grinders out there. Raven 2 is landing this month with its lineup of 8 deadly character types to choose from and a business model that can one-shot you right in the jugular. Soon, step into a dark fantasy universe with the class of your choice, like the Elementalist, the Berserker, or the Deathbearer who commands specters. Take up arms to smash mobs and forge friendships in this ruthless world. Take part in guild activities to explore all the social aspects of this MMO and dive into the open world of Raven 2, which awaits you with massive group battles, intense boss fights, and a full narrative campaign. And if you try it out, well, let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Among our collection of horror games to try, Z-Run has just been added to the list. Still, we invite you to check out our dedicated top list, which we've linked in the description if you're looking for scary experiences on mobile for the Day of the Dead. But there you have it, Z-Run is the latest addition to the list. This game follows in the footsteps of titles made in full motion video, meaning it's shot with actors, a bit like a movie where each scene is a piece of the story you unlock through your choices, much like a choose-your-own-adventure book brought to life. On the production side, it's made by the same creators as Z Gallery and 5 Dates. As a player, you're taken along the beautiful shores of Lake Garda in a series of dark scenes. You play as an innocent fitness influencer who's about to get into trouble. During her run, she finds herself hunted by killers. You have to make the right decisions quickly to survive because you'll need to keep running and make choices that will lead you to your own death among the 20 possible outcomes. So, let's go get scared for Halloween with Z-Run, so you'll never want to go jogging alone again. The game is available on iOS for €10 with superb image quality that you'll fully enjoy on iPhone and iPad. After seeing it teased so much in our recaps, it's finally time to get your hands on Hitman Absolution. This port puts you in the shoes of Agent 47, hunting down corrupt official agents and madmen, in a vibe that's very different from the more classic Hitman games. However, your missions still work the same way. You have a target and several ways to take them down, depending on your style and preferences, of course, without getting caught. In short, it's a creative approach to assassination. The open levels feel more like corridors, you benefit from auto-aim and a certain level of assistance, but above all, you discover new sides of Agent 47 and his work through a more prominent story for just €12. If you enjoyed semi-contemplative experiences like East Shade and those grand painted landscapes, you'll love the atmosphere of TOEM Photo Adventure, which has just been released. In TOEM, you play as a little bird in a hand-drawn world with endearing characters and your weapon of choice under your wing, your camera. Relax, take photos for others, observe the little details in every setting, and enjoy a pleasant black and white journey right from your phone. Available as a full version for €7, TOEM promises you a unique, cozy, and artistic journey on mobile with the first part of the game accessible for free. Get your dose of cute characters with Stella Sora. In a world that's part modern, part fantasy, with adorable little creatures along your path, dive into a branching story where your choices will change both the narrative and your character's skill sets. Build your team of 3 characters and dive into the action, unleashing bursts of colorful FX explosions in real-time battles. And between battles, you can deepen your connections with each of your characters through dedicated chats. If you enjoy this kind of interaction like in Blue Archive, with little side stories and more personal moments, you'll be able to fully enjoy it in Stella Sora, available for free on the app stores. Ricochet Squad, which we already talked about back in 2023, had its global launch just before November. With its 6 heroes and only 1 available map, this free shooter made me enjoy its 3 versus 3 point control mode, similar to Overwatch. You can make a difference with each character's unique abilities and rely on auto-aim for the rest. Set destructive mines, build strategic walls, or throw pieces of the environment right at your opponent's faces. Overall, the game delivers a good gameplay experience thanks to its dynamic multiplayer shooting mechanics, even if its community isn't as strong as others. So you can try it out for free in November by downloading Ricochet Squad for free on Android and iOS. Among the big releases this month, we would have liked to talk more about Duet Night Abyss, but the game is getting heavily review bombed, and honestly it's pretty well deserved given the quality of its finishing touches. Duet Night Abyss is a fantasy RPG with real-time combat and a fully 3D world. During battles, switch between melee and ranged combat for a dynamic fighting experience with custom combos. Customize your hero and take center stage in the story alongside demons in this adventure designed by Hero Games. The game clearly bets everything on its modern hack and slash vibe, but unfortunately, the controls are pretty clunky and the game stumbles right out of the gate for its global release. And that's it! We've reached the end of this roundup of the best games of November. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, if you did, don't forget to like, comment and share the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel. See you!